Hello there, Stevos. Welcome along to your next episode of Steve's Movie Wrap-Up right here on the YouTube channel that is SteveOfficial. So without further ado, let's have a look and see what movies I've been watching and reviewing over this past week. You're watching Steve's Movie Wrap-Up episode 90 right here on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. The first movie we'll be reviewing in this episode is The Pizza Movie. So we are starting off with Pizza Movie, which I gave 3 stars over on Letterboxd. Pizza Movie was so much fun, not gonna lie. I had this on the watch list, and the trailer for this came out a few weeks ago, and so because the trailer looked like this movie was going to be a lot of fun, I decided to check this one out on the day that it got released on Disney Plus here in the UK and on Hulu over in the United States. Now, there was one thing that was bugging me. The actor who played Montgomery in this film, his voice was bugging me. That isn't a bad thing, by the way. It was just, I recognised his voice from somewhere, but I couldn't place my finger on where. I had heard his voice before, and so I did a little Google research and went on to the actors' TV shows and movies section on Google search, only to find he played a leading role in the adult animation TV series Solar Opposites, playing Yum-Yalak. So that is where I recognised his voice from. The actor that played Dustin in Stranger Things over on streaming service Netflix also plays a leading role in The Pizza Movie, and Lulu Wilson, who I know played the lead character of Becky in the film Becky, and also in The Wrath of Becky as well, also starred in this film as well. By the way, speaking of Lulu Wilson, I am still yet to watch The Wrath of Becky, because I have seen the first Becky film, which was probably about a couple of years ago now, but it was a great film, and I do need to see the sequel. And also there is a third Becky film coming out as well called The Last Temptation of Becky, which I will check out when that releases in the near future as well. But I promise the Wrath of Becky review will be coming very, very soon though. But going back to the Pizza Movie though, and this movie was, as I had expected it to be, a lot of fun. The film does have a running time that does clock in at 1 hour 37 minutes. I felt as though as we headed towards the final act of the film, it became a little bit meta, and if you have already seen this film for yourself, then you will know what I am talking about here. But this film was wild. It was also rather trippy at times as well, which I loved. Pizza Movie is about these 2 or 3 outcasted college students who basically find these drugs that are about 10 years old. They take them, however, they take them on their own rather than taken with food, more specifically pizza, hence the title of the film being called Pizza Movie. But as they don't take it with pizza, they suffer the consequences of their actions with some rather hilarious and trippy results. The film does have some great pacing. This movie, I would say, is so damn right over the top and silly at times, but it did make me enjoy this, and with the running time being rather short, and also with there being moments in this film that genuinely did make me laugh out loud, this film didn't outstay its welcome, which was great. Do I recommend watching Pizza Movie? I do, for sure. Recommend watching it if you enjoy comedy movies. Films that don't take themselves too seriously, then definitely give this film a watch for sure, because I'm sure, like me, you will probably find yourself having a fun time watching this film. And for me personally, can I see myself going back and rewatching this film again sometime in the future? I think it is safe to say that I would be happy to go back and rewatch this again in the future sometime for sure. But Pizza Movie is now streaming on Disney Plus internationally and on Hulu over in the United States. Mike and Nick and Nick and Alice. So the next film I have seen this week is Mike and Nick and Alice. Sounds confusing. Which I gave 3 stars over on Letterboxd. Mike and Nick and Alice sounds like a rather confusing, convoluted title, and if you think that is rather confusing, just wait until you see this movie, because there was times where I felt a little confused with this movie. Vince Vaughn plays 2 roles in this movie. One role he plays is Future Nick, and the second role he plays is past Nick, because there is a time machine involved in this story where future Nick travels 6 months into the past to save Mike from 6 months ago being killed, because 6 months ago on one fateful night, Mike got killed after being caught up in a mix-up about being a rat and snitching on a gangster member. The film can be a little confusing at times, but that aside though, I still had a lot of fun with this film. You also have Isa Gonzalez and Ben Schwartz, who also star in this movie. So if you are a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog movies, then it's rather a nice touch that James Marsden and Ben Schwartz are back working together in this action comedy film. Can I see myself rewatching and revisiting this film again? I can, yes, because the fight scenes were decent and there was some references in here to Winnie the Pooh, Gilmore Girls, Doctor Who and Ratatouille. But however though, I can't see me rushing back and rewatching this anytime soon though, but I do appreciate this film for what it is worth. Do I recommend watching Mike and Nick and Alice? Well, if you are into comedy or action films, then I would say check this one out for sure. It also does come with a running time of 1 hour 48 minutes as well, but for me though, I do wish they had shaved down that running time, because there was certain scenes, including some flashback scenes, that felt like they were dragging for a bit too long, and I wish they had just got to the point a bit sooner. But Mike and Nick and Alice is streaming now over on Disney Plus internationally and on Hulu over in the United States. In the Blink of an Eye. Next up this week, I watched In the Blink of an Eye, which I gave 1 star over on Letterboxd. The director who has directed films Finding Nemo, Finding Dory, and the upcoming summer blockbuster Pixar film Toy Story 5 is back directing a film that isn't for Pixar, but instead is a straight-to-streaming movie for Disney Plus called In the Blink of an Eye. The director I'm talking about, by the way, is Andrew Stanton. So what did I think of In the Blink of an Eye? As much as I have enjoyed Andrew Stanton's past directorial movies in the form of Finding Nemo and Finding Dory, I guess we will find out whether I enjoy watching Toy Story 5 later this summer. But for me, I didn't enjoy this one though. It was telling 3 stories across 3 generations, one story being depicted from the caveman era, one story being told from what seemed like present day, like it was being told in this current era that we are all living in, and the third and final story was being told in the very far future. Kate McKinnon also stars in this film, but that is the only actress that I know or recognised in this film, and while I thought her scenes throughout the film was great, but sadly I don't think this is a film that I am going to remember anytime soon. The film does come with a running time of 1 hour 37 minutes, so it is just slightly over the 90-minute running time. I think that this is a film that I will easily forget watching in the blink of an eye. No pun intended there. There was a shot at the start of the film, which I did love and appreciate, which was the sun rising. That was some really nice cinematography there that I did appreciate. But aside from this, though, this film is going to be rather forgettable. Do I recommend watching this? Well, given my thoughts and given the fact that there are plenty of other space movies you could watch that would be better than this, like 2001: A Space Odyssey, Interstellar, or even the recently released Project Hail Mary, I would recommend watching those, but I don't recommend watching this one. Is The Blink of an Eye going to be a film that I will revisit, rewatch again? Given my thoughts and review for this film, this isn't a film I can see me going back to and rewatching or revisiting again, unfortunately. In the Blink of an Eye is now streaming on Disney Plus internationally and over on Hulu over in the United States. All Dogs Go to Heaven. Next up, I watched All Dogs Go to Heaven, which I gave 3 stars over on Letterboxd. Burt Reynolds and Don DeLuise star in All Dogs Go to Heaven. Now, from my understanding, I have never seen this movie before, or at least I don't think I have. Until now, however, though, I do have a feeling, though, that I have seen, this was back in the day, I'm pretty certain I did see a VHS tape of All Dogs Go to Heaven. So I don't know if maybe we did own it. But from my understanding, anyway, I have never seen this film up until now. But, however, though, it was either All Dogs Go to Heaven, or there is another there's a couple of other All Dogs films. So there's All Dogs Go to Heaven, All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, which is the sequel, and there's also All Dogs A Christmas Carol. So might have been All Dogs A Christmas Carol instead of All Dogs Go to Heaven. I don't know. But either way, I do remember seeing a VHS tape case once upon a time of All Dogs. It was either Go to Heaven or A Christmas Carol. But given the fact that I have just watched All Dogs Go to Heaven, though, I am probably going to watch All Dogs A Christmas Carol when we get to Christmas time later this year, because I somewhat enjoyed All Dogs Go to Heaven. But for me, I am surprised when this animated film was released all the way back in 1989. This film is about 36/37 years old now, and yet to me it felt like a movie that came from the 90s. Yes, the animation was okay and seemed to be the same kind of animation for during that time period. It does have some musical numbers in this throughout as well, and for me, I would say that this is a decent watch for all the family to watch. All Dogs Go to Heaven does also have a sequel as well, and given the fact I happened to stumble upon this film on Amazon Prime Video in the UK as part of Prime subscription, I added this to the watch list to watch, and if the sequel is on Prime Video, then I will happily give the sequel a watch and share my thoughts on that after I've watched it as well. Do I recommend watching All Dogs Go to Heaven? I do. It is a decent watch, I would say, and a timeless animated classic. And is All Dogs Go to Heaven a film I could see me going back to and revisiting and rewatching in the future? I would be happy to check this one out again. It does also come with a running time that clocks in at 1 hour and 29 minutes, so it's a nice, easy film to watch. But All Dogs Go to Heaven is available to stream now on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. Crime 101. And the final film that I have seen this week is Crime 101, which I gave 3 stars over on Letterboxd. Monica Barbero, Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry, Mark Ruffalo and Barry Keoghan all star in Crime 101, which, by the way, did have a limited theatrical release about a month or two ago, and now is streaming on streaming service Amazon Prime Video, at least here in the UK. I assume it is around the world as well. I was planning to see this one at cinemas, but at the time of release, life just got in the way, so I was rather surprised to see this one fast-tracked to streaming so quickly. But nevertheless, though, I have watched Crime 101, so what did I think of this film? I had some enjoyment with this one. There was some great camera tricks and camera shots in this movie as well, and while there was plenty of room for development with these set of characters we have on screen, but my complaint about this film is that it is way too long, with a running time that clocks in of 2 hours and 20 minutes. I kind of wish they had chopped this down to maybe 1 hour 45 minutes, because some scenes did drag in places. It did also seem that the pacing was rather all over the place as well. This is a crime/thriller movie, and normally I don't tend to enjoy crime thrillers that much. However, though, there was some decent action sequences in this that I did enjoy watching and thought was decently choreographed as well. Is Crime 101 a film I would recommend watching if you are into a crime or thriller films? Then I would say check this one out. But for me, however, well, yes, I would be somewhat open to checking this one out again in the future, but I'm not in any rush to check it out again anytime soon, though. Crime 101 is now available to stream over on Amazon Prime Video here in the UK. That is all the films that I have been watching this week and reviewing, of course. If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and let me know what movies you've been watching this week, whether it's old, new, in cinemas, on Blu-ray, VHS or DVD, or even in 4K Ultra in cinemas as well. maybe, who knows, or even on streaming. Do let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new around here and you like what you see, feel free to hit the subscribe button as well. Obviously, I've not yet seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie. That is actually a film I'm planning to watch over the course of the next week. So the Super Mario Galaxy movie review will be coming up in next week's episode of the movie wrap up. So feel free to check that out then, okay? But do let me know though in the comment section whether you guys have already seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie, whether you watched it on opening day or during opening weekend. Would love to hear your thoughts. Anyway, from me though, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again in my next YouTube video.